Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tis I, your Chief Prince Freaks, and today we're going to be building my home in Far Harbor. I'm sorry I haven't been posting. I apologize. I did try posting a video, but that footage just didn't want to work. I'll sign back into my editor, and it would kind of work, but then like halfway through the video, it's like the footage sounds like an excuse. I know, and I'm sorry. I've also been trying to play through Far Harbor. I've had it for a while, but I haven't completed the campaign. So I built this house here in Old Longfellow's cabin's settlement area, right behind his little shack where he keeps his power armor station and his just where the workshop is in general. Here is where I'm going to be storing all my loots from Far Harbor. It's where I'm going to be sleeping in Far Harbor, where I prepare my meals, and just my home away from Sanctuary Hills. I'll be going through all the structures and a lot of the decorations, not all of them. I do add in a few things at the end, and I go through some of the mods I used here. And without any further ado, let's cut right to the build.
Just lay me down and
Okay, up next we're going to be building the shack floor and some of the walls. We're going to be using the concrete shack floor foundations. These just give a more stable look to the build. You know, you're going to want concrete to hold up all the walls and the roof and all the furniture inside and the people inside, all the loot inside. There's a lot to hold there, and you really want a dense foundation for that. So concrete it is. Make sure when you're putting down the concrete foundation that you like the way it looks. Like, you like exactly where it's positioned. It's right off the ground. Editing it will be easy without all the walls and all the furniture there. So you just pick the whole thing up like so, if it's too sunk into the ground. And it's pretty forgiving early on, but after you start adding in too much stuff and it has to process everything and move everything at once, it starts to become a toddler and just become a hassle. And just if you do it in the correct order, then it will be a lot easier for you. I do break the rule a little bit though later on when I put in a couple of walls and I need to move the foundation back. But with just a couple of walls there, it works out just fine. But you really should try to make sure the foundation is where you want it the first time before you put down the walls. You see, this is where I break my rule. Just move it like that. A couple walls there will be fine, but when you start adding in like everything else, we're going to be adding in a few windows just to let in the morning light into my bedroom area and into the kitchen area, and then a little bit I'll show you the windows into the dining room area, which is a big old window, right? Alrighty, we're going to be cutting to the next part, which is the roof and some of the interior walls, and I believe I also cut to a little bit of the decorations in this clip. My bedroom is just going to be a small little 2x1. I think I said that right. But yeah, it's just a little alcove into the corner, and it looks pretty dull. The building I have at the moment looks pretty dull. When you look at it on the outside, it doesn't really look that good. But once you start adding the decorations and all the furniture pieces, it really starts to come together like a home, and it feels homey, right? I experiment. This isn't what I had in the first build, and it's not a part of the finished product, but I was wondering why I couldn't clip this piece in, right? Like it's the triangle piece that goes on top. It should clip here, and it didn't for some reason. But then with Place Anywhere, I talk about it in another video, and every Fallout player uses this. Every settlement builder uses this, from what I know. You just gotta place the object you want down in the green, and then you pick it up, and then you can then move it into the red by pressing X, I believe, depending on what console you're on. I'm on Xbox. Okay, there's my bedroom all walled off, and we'll cut to the next part in just a bit. Here I learned why we didn't want to snap. It's kind of ridiculous looking, but just take it down, place it with the one that snaps. See, I should have just trusted the snapping system, baby. That's what I should have done. If you like it, then I showed you how to put it up there. But as for I'm just gonna go and do my electricity now. I put in some lights around. I don't overly light it. That's one of my things. That's one of my pet peeves with some builds online that I see, or that I see other people build. It's like they like to put in lights like everywhere, like every corner of the room needs to have like light in it, and they like to use the big LED lights. And nah, I'm okay with that. Just a few, just so I can see, and not too dark, but not too bright at the same time. What a nice balance. In my room, I use candlesticks. Not for any reason that I said before, but just because I like the look of the candlesticks. It gives like a nice warm feeling. I don't want LED lights blasting in my face when I try to fall asleep, you know what I mean? So, it's a big structure, so these light bulbs are kind of the brightest, but I need them to power this room. Not the power, but to light up this room. I think I have my Pip-Boy light on. I might, but I also could be wrong. So I'm just gonna make sure the lights are, you know, even with each other. Make sure they're on the same post line, line it up properly. And then we're gonna be doing a little bit of decorating. I used OC Decorator a little bit in the final build, and I don't show that off, and I apologize for that. But I do show off some of the mod paintings I have, and I think that's it. I think that's all. Oh, and I also show off do-it-yourself. Here are the candles I show you. And I want to make sure they're as even as possible with each other, so just like that. Use the posts and the walls to help line it up. Okay, so the structure is just about done. Now we're going to be cutting to a little bit of decorating. Again, I don't show everything that I do to decorate here, but you see it in the final build, and it also leaves a little bit of creative freedom for yourself if you decide to recreate this. Of course, I got to put in my porch area, my shading area for my porch. As you see, I cover the whole entire wall, but at the same time, I don't necessarily have a shack foundation there. It's just kind of a personal choice. I don't know why I did it. If you just want to put a shack foundation there, put a shack foundation there, baby. Ain't no one stopping you. We're going to be putting up some paintings, I believe, in a bit. Here's what the room looks like. This is what the house. Not all that impressive at the moment. This is where our kitchen's going to be, a small little indent into the house. Yeah, of course, I said before, this is going to be my bedroom. Over here is going to be my workshop slash trophy area slash hangout area. And then by the windows is going to be my dining area. If you want to, you can cut the video here and just decorate it however you want, but I'm going to be showing off a little bit of what I did. I got a little seating area over here, some of my trophy areas, a little cabinet for my radio, but we're going to be showing off how I put the kitchen together. Now, I showed off how to do this in another video, my very first video of Fallout Apartments. If you want to check that out, it will be on the channel. But just quick, easy throw together if you have the resources. It's kind of cheap too. Just put down the small cabinet, not the smallest, the smaller one, the thinner one for, you know, for cutting and storing things. And then you're going to put the wall cabinet right here. Not to be difficult. I want to line up the corner of it, like the very bottom right-hand corner, to the smaller pipe. So, you know, it's like the perfect height away from the floor, so my character can reach all the things up there, but as you see, it wants to be difficult. Too close to the wall, and for some reason, decides it want to try placing it down opposite the wall, where, you know, I can't see anything. Next, we're going to be doing a little bit more counter space. We're going to put down a little wood crate right here, simply because if we try to putting in after we place down the table, then the crate tries to snap to the top of the table. That's what I want. I want it under. I want to be space sufficient, as they say. Place anywhere is going to allow me to really line this up. Kind of get fed up with fidgeting around, trying to get into the exact place that the game wants me to. So with mods to aid me in my quest, I shall place down wherever I want, wherever I want. Next, we're going to be putting down the breakfast bar, I believe it's called. You know, when I wake up in the morning, just want to eat some sugar bombs. In a little bit, we're going to be cutting to the next part. Make sure you use it's not the super fancy, but the fancier finisher. You see? Like that. And to end off our video, we're going to be putting down just a few more furniture pieces and a couple of decoration pieces. And I'll be going over the mods as we see them. We're going to be Do-It-Yourself and Dave... what was it? Evil Vikings 13's Minuteman Morale Pack. These mods are also talked about in a lot of other settlement build videos. Do-It-Yourself gives you a bunch of pre-made shelves that clip with decoration items for those shelves. So makes your house feel a bit more stocked, you know. I use them a lot, that mod a lot for shops when I want to put down shelves and racks and things like that to make it look like, you know, the shops actually have an inventory instead of just being this table where someone sells you stuff, right? The Minuteman Morale Pack comes with things like flags and paintings that I'll be showing off in a bit. Here I show off the Do-It-Yourself mod. It has its own little tab full of a bunch of little shelves and cabinets and things like that. Like so. And then it has full and half pieces. So you can mix match all the different type of decoration pieces you want. It's pretty lit. I used to use it a lot, and then I took a break from it because mods broke my game. But then I couldn't help it. I had to re-download it. And then we're gonna be showing off a couple of the paintings. Some of the new. I only use a couple of his because this is just my. You know, I don't use that huge one, but I use this one. I like that one. I don't really I like paintings in my house, and you know, I'm a rich guy. That's like the one I'm role playing, so I need to make sure I show off my wealth. But at the same time, I want to be a modest rich. That's the point of this character. Like, I'm rich, but I'm not like, you know, the fanciest furniture out there, you know. So I think that's the end of the video, and have a glorious day. I'll see you soon.